Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rambling About Nothing podcast, the podcast where we ramble about nothing. I am Abbyel, and joining me is Five Uber, aka Jason.
Bro,
How you doing?
has anybody told you that you got that radio voice where it's like, um, where it's fucking like, fucking, hold on, I gotta set a marker for the podcast first off. But it's like, it's, you know how people are like starting like doing those things in between like an advertisement and like a song?
Yeah.
That's that kind of radio voice vibe you just gave there.
Yeah. Little do you know, my oldest YouTube videos used to start like that.
Hmm.
My oldest ones. I used to be like, hey, what's up, guys? My name's Nitro.
That's awesome. Can you back it up with the source?
Yeah, actually, I can send you a what is it? Unpublished? Like you unpublish it?
Oh yeah, like unlisted.
Yeah, I can send you an unlisted video.
Also, I was not ready for that, so I turned you down just a little bit. I didn't realize I had you at like 120%, so I just turned you down to a solid 100.
So today,
Apparently,
surprising.
so normally so the thing about rambling about nothing, we talk about just whatever the hell is on our minds and just go from there. Like last week, we were talking about like nostalgia, the D&D thing, Velma, shitty shows like Big Mouth, stuff like that. Apparently, we're gonna be talking about something. So, Abby, what is it? So let me actually preface this with how this happened. So, there we were in the best place in the world, Discord, where Abbyel messaged me. He said, "Oh, I've got a fun little thing to show you," and I'm like, "Okay, is it a surprise?" He's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay." So I have no idea what the hell he's bringing to this podcast. I don't know what it is, what it's about, but I guess for the first time in 7 episodes, we might legitimately be rambling about something.
Yeah.
All right, so what is this?
Gonna have to change the title now.
Yeah, no, that's the episode. It's rambling about nothing. Episode 7, rambling about something.
So, I got the bright idea. Prepare yourself now. I got the bright idea to make a podcast, today's podcast, and possibly the next podcast, depending on how we feel about this one. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna do a tier list.
Oh my god! Oh, you're one of those. Okay, you know what? I've actually.
It's a good tier list. It's a good tier list.
I've randomly had this thought, so you know what? I'll play along with it. I feel like actually. Are you gonna make this work? Are you gonna make this work like where you put it on the screen and we try to show it on screen, or how the hell is this gonna work?
Boom! There it is.
All right. Well. This is going to be a little awkward because of the way I have everything formatted. Okay.
Oh, same, actually. I didn't think about that.
You know what? I'm taking off the names. Fuck it. We're doing it live. I'm down here, and Abbyel's right next to me. Okay. What the fuck is this? Is this just game tier list?
Yeah.
How many?
It's tier lists that date back all the way to like the 90s. It's video game tier lists that date back to the 90s. It's a bunch of them.
Oh! I haven't played any of these games.
That's why there's a category in there called Have Not Tried.
You know what? Okay, so I have to preface this, Abbyel. I like this idea. We might not be able to go through this entire list.
There are some that we're just gonna be like boom, 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 don't care about it. That's why there's a bunch of like have not tried the game. That's the category where we're just like, oh, I haven't tried it. I have nothing to say about it. Toss it in there. Boom, done.
A tier list, huh? Okay, next question.
You might get through it faster than you think.
Actually, you know what? While you do that, I'm going to shuffle these around and put these somewhere else. So another question I actually want to ask for this. Is this like a general consensus tier list, or is this like how is this gonna work?
I'm thinking like, you tell me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm gonna ask you like where you would put this. This is like your your thing here.
Okay, but okay, I agreed. I am not listening to True by Spendo Ballet while I'm doing this. For people who don't know, on my channel, I fucking listen to whatever music I like, and I've been listening to a lot of 80s. And you know that song that goes, ha, 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 ha?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not listening to that right now while thinking about video game tier lists.
So
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm ball game. I'm actually here for it. I'm actually super here for it.
so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just give it a shot. First game, we're just gonna jump into it. We're just gonna go.
Also,
'Cause
for a lot of these, I see these are a lot of series. Are we tier listing things collectively as a series or as individual games?
we're gonna be doing them as individual games. I'm not sure. There may be multiples in here, so we actually might go through this faster than I think.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
It's a big ass
because I
list.
see a bunch. There's like 100 in here.
I did also, yeah, because I think they might be individual games. Because I saw like Yakuza Kiwami 2, but I also saw like Yakuza 4. Okay.
Yeah, you can see a bunch of them in there. Yeah. So what we're gonna do?
Is that fucking Pong in there?
I'm gonna ask you game by game. We're gonna go in order. So game by game, I'm gonna ask you, what do you think?
Okay.
Where would you rate it on this tier list? And if you feel like going in depth as to why you put it in that spot, go for it. This is your bias. All right. First up, BioShock, the first BioShock.
The first BioShock, I actually don't remember as well as BioShock 2. But I honestly think the series as a whole is actually pretty good. The first one, I think I would put as at least very good.
What do you remember? Do you have anything memorable about it?
Not really. I just remember artistically it looked very good. I thought the gunplay was really good. But other than that, I also you also have to remember I have not played the either the first or second one. I have not played the third one. I have not played the first or second one since about high school. And I'm talking junior year high school around that time. And I played a lot more of 2 than 1. So
Gotcha. Hold on 1 second. I just realized that my rambling about nothing icon was like in the way of the cameras.
oh.
There we go. Okay.
Wait, so
next
is this oh yeah, okay, now I'm confused. Is this you like is this my tier list or is this like collectively our tier list?
This is a tier list that I found that I'm asking you about.
Oh, okay, so you're asking my opinions on these. Okay.
Yeah. This is like your bias.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. This is all your bias. And maybe the next tier list you can ask me.
All right.
Like we can do a flip-flop. The next one I believe is Castlevania for the PlayStation 1. It's the icon's kind of small.
That is Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and that is by God a beautiful fucking masterpiece.
Yeah?
Yeah. So let me explain how I discovered this. I'm not gonna do this for all of them, I promise. So Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I had an Xbox 360 and I didn't know about a lot of games. There was one demo that caught my eye, and that was Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I play this game, you fucking see the animation for Alucard fucking going backwards and forwards. There is like so many frames of animation of him swooshing back and forth. It's so cool. You fucking hear the music going in, fucking it's so good. The fucking and then I was like, but me as a fucking lad that was like freshman high school, I was like, damn, I don't have the money for it. But then one Christmas, I got fucking, you know, the old Xbox currency that they had.
Yeah, gamer score or whatever.
Yeah, no, gamer score was for
No.
achievements.
Credit.
It was like gamer Xbox points.
Credits.
Gamer points.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I was like, I'm gonna get Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That consumed my life. And since then, I still think that Castlevania Symphony of the Night is not only a masterpiece, but one of by far the best Castlevania games. And you can fight me on that. I will die on this hill.
All right. Maybe people in the podcast or video format of this podcast will have a little argument in the comments. And I say that because there's a lot of people out there that think that game is at least in the decent category. I've seen.
If you say that's in the decent category, I will fight you for that. No, that game is gorgeous. It is aged beautifully. You can play that game today, and my God, it is gorgeous.
You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll play it on stream.
Do it.
I've actually never played a Castlevania to like fruition, like all the way through.
You can play it on PlayStation through, legitimate means. Emulation.
Yes, sir. All right, up next, Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout New Vegas is actually my first Fallout game. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes.
I would have thought it would have been Fallout 3.
No, I borrowed it from a friend for Xbox, and I know how you are about Fallout.
Mm.
I think this Fallout game is just simply good. I think it's good. It's just good. I think it's good. I never beat it, and that's only because I got like fucking squirrel brain. But from what I remember, I thought it was fun. I remember the robot where you find him and he says assume the position because I guess he's a fucking sex bot or something like that.
Mr. Fisto.
Yeah, that's the one. And I think it's funny. But I haven't played too many Fallout games. I played that. I played Fallout. What was it? Yeah, 3, right? The other one that was on Xbox.
Fallout 3 was the first one that was first person.
Mm-hmm. I played New Vegas because I borrowed it from a friend. I played 3. And I have not played anyone after that.
Okay. I can agree at some points. I would personally put it higher, but I can agree. Half-Life, the original.
I'm gonna get chastised for this. I have not played it yet.
Okay, we'll just toss it down there. Easy skip.
Do you know how many times I fucking say I haven't played Half-Life, and they're like, "You've never played it before?"
I've only ever played it like maybe halfway through. I've never played the whole thing.
I think I'll stream it when I play it though.
I have it. I own it. I haven't played the whole thing.
I think I might have. I'm not checking right now.
I believe this is.
It looks like Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, Smash Ultimate.
I never played See, I told you. Anyway, no, I've not played Half-Life. Oh, never mind. I'm getting trolled. Smash Ultimate. While I think about this, I'm actually curious on what your opinion on this game is.
Smash Ultimate?
Yes.
I have to remember which Smash Ultimate is the most recent one, right?
Correct. It's the current one.
I had a lot of fun with it when it came out. I definitely had a lot of fun with it. It was actually the first game that made me go by amiibos.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I actually still have them. I have Rossetti. I have the remake of A Link to the Past Link.
Oh, you mean you're thinking of not it wasn't A Link to the Past, it was the other one. Link Between Worlds. Not A Link Between Worlds. Not A Link Between Worlds. It was Link's Awakening. That was the one that came out on Switch, I believe.
This one.
Yeah. Link Between God damn it! Link's Awakening. Link Between Worlds is a 3DS game.
It's the one that made me actually want to buy amiibos. The first amiibo I ever got was Rossetti because Rossetti's the boy.
Yeah, true.
And then I got the blue hedgehog from Animal Crossing. The Able Sisters hedgehog.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's one of those. It's Mabel, I believe. Mabel or Able. It's one of the two. And
then I got Samus. Okay. But yeah, it was the first game Nintendo-wise that was amiibo compatible that made me go buy amiibos because I wanted those in the game. I had a lot of fun with it. I don't play it as much anymore just because it kind of died out.
Kind of.
It resurfaced when Sora was in the game, and it just made me want to play it less.
Really?
Yeah. Not for the reasons that people think. Not for the reasons that it's like oh, Sora's in the game. It's more like the fan base just went too nuts, and I was just like, I'm I'm gonna stay off on this one. I'm gonna go play some Pokemon.
That was a big reveal. So one thing I will say before I even say what my opinion on it is, I think the Smash community is fucking getting dicked, and it's so sad, dude. Like Nintendo does not care about this community at all.
Nintendo doesn't care about anything anymore.
But as far as the game, I think it's kind of just good. But for me, I'm not a big platform fighter kind of guy, but I enjoy like whenever I play it and playing it with friends. You will never see me play this game competitively at all.
That's really the only time I play it too, is just with my friends. Like my friends, like, you want to go throw down on Final Destination, bro? Like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. All right, Street Fighter 2.
So okay, there's a lot of Abbyel.
I think this one is just Street Fighter 2.
Okay, if we're going based off of just Street Fighter 2, like even if there's just Super Turbo, if we're going just off of Super Turbo, I think that game is great. If we're going off of like the collection, I can't really form too much of an opinion.
Let's see. Let me see if this is the title art for Street Fighter 2.
I'm pretty sure that one's gonna be. I think that one's Street Fighter like 30th anniversary edition. The one that has all that one looks like the art for Street Fighter 2, like Street Fighter 30th anniversary, where it has like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha 2 and 3, and Third Strike. So so can I be real? I've played all of those games. I don't have that version. Can I still give my opinion based on the collection of games?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So I think Street Fighter as a franchise is very fun. I think I kind of fell off at 5, but that's not in this collection. The collection as a whole for that, I think, is kind of just it's not a good collection because the net code I remember. I don't know if the net code was actually, never mind. Put it at not have not tried because I don't have a good opinion on this.
Put it on have not tried?
Yeah, because I don't know if I think the defining factor for that is it's not that I don't know what the net code is. If the net code is good, I think it's a good collection. If it is good, then bada boom. Because there's a lot of really good games on there. There's Street Fighter, there's Super Turbo, there's Alpha 2 and Alpha 3, there's Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. A lot of those games are fucking bangers, but I don't know how it runs online, so I can't form an opinion.
That's fair. TF2.
TF2 is a fucking funny game, but I think honestly, I feel like a lot of these are just gonna be just good unless it's distinctly bad. I think it's also just kind of only good. Probably not as good as like Smash or Fallout, but it's definitely just good. I kind of enjoyed playing it, but it didn't keep me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm the same way. I played it for like a couple of months and I kind of fell off. Until Dawn. Have you played Until Dawn?
I have not, but it is on my backlog list.
I'll stick it on there.
I remember
Warframe.
Just for 2 seconds, going back to Until Dawn, I've seen some stuff on it. It looks like a very good story. Warframe! Oh boy, Warframe! I put a lot.
We've told stories about Warframe on this podcast.
I think honestly, I'm gonna be the weird one, and I don't know if what the general consensus of Warframe is because I have not played that game in like 3 years. I think Warframe is actually very good. When the reason that I even thought about playing Warframe for a long time was around Destiny 1. Because I'm like, why would I just play Destiny when Warframe is just free to play Destiny?
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I think the movement tech in that game is sick. I think the combat's really satisfying for what it is. Honestly, I think I enjoyed the mobility in that game more than the combat. I think the Warframes on its own are really sick designs. I think Inaros is literally like my favorite one, the sand one.
I still like Rhino Prime.
Yeah. It's not very pay to win. Like, it's grindy, but it's not pay to win.
Yeah, it's grindy. Like, it's a decent amount of grind, but when you do grind and you have friends that are willing to help grind it, it's a lot of fun.
The most that you're paying for, I feel, and maybe this, like I said, this might have changed over the years. The most that you're paying for is there is a bit of an quote unquote in-game market, kind of like RuneScape's global trading service. where like if somebody has something and you have the currency to buy it, which is kind of in-game currency to buy things, then you can buy it, but you're not exactly going out of your way for that.
Yeah.
There are always events that allow you to get these items, and if you don't have them, then it is what it is, right? There's a lot of content for the game. I fucking saw a stream from Warframe that had 10K people watching, and it was like the 300 and something updates for that game, and I'm like, damn, this game is lively. But yeah, I think Warframe's sick, honestly.
I wonder how our old clan is doing.
Yeah, non-existent.
All right, Uncharted 4.
I have not played a single Uncharted game.
Me either. So into the bin it goes.
I want to, but I have not played Uncharted 4. And before I already see the next game, that is specifically Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Gotcha.
I have not played Kiwami 2. I have played 0, and I have played Kiwami 1. It is on my list. So before anybody gets on me about it, Kiwami 2 is on my list. Yakuza is a great series. It is a great series. If Kiwami 1 was on there, it would be under amazing. I have not played Kiwami 2.
All right. Battlefield 1.
Have not played it. Have no interest in playing it.
Fair enough. Me either. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
So here I am, doing everything I can. I feel like I want to change my music because of it. Pro Skater 2. Let me look at see if I have to Google what the character select looks like, because if it's the one I think it is, I'm putting it
Tony
under
Hawk
amazing.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is like the default Tony Hawk game that everybody plays and everybody loves.
Oh, I know. I'm just looking. There's a certain one where I think where I see it and I think that one's amazing off rip. I just have to remember. I just have to remember because there's a certain like look that I'm remembering.
Yeah.
That I kind of remember between 1 and 2. You
already know my favorite Tony Hawk game.
Do you know my favorite Tony Hawk game?
Do you know mine?
I don't actually. I'm gonna be real.
Tony Hawk American
Wasteland. Yes.
I love American Wasteland. It's my favorite one.
Do you know mine?
I don't think you've ever told me.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
It would be Tony Hawk's Underground. Also, okay. No, the one I'm thinking of is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. So I will simply put this one under very good. But this is purely nostalgia talking.
Fair enough. Red Dead Redemption 2.
You're going to hate me for this one, Abbyel. I still have not played this one.
Come on, man.
I know. You're
okay. I will say this before you say what you're gonna say. When you go to play it, tell me.
I will.
Please.
I will.
Because the multiplayer for that game is insane, and we would have so much fun.
I know. Trust me. There's a lot of people that want to know how I like my interpretation of it. I'm really excited for the single player. Apparently the single player is very fucking good.
Single player is super good. I still have a little bit of the story to finish out for single player. I just haven't had found the time to do it, but definitely single player. And then when you don't feel like playing single player and you just want to chill out and play multiplayer, we can go run some fucking multiplayer shit.
The first one I really liked. We were actually talking about it. Do you remember the first one at all before we go into fucking Dota 2?
I barely remember the first one, to be honest. The Red Dead Redemption 2 is way more memorable for me.
There is a scene in the first one which I think is one of the most beautiful fucking transitions in any video game ever. The fucking scene where you as John Marston are going from the United States to Mexico, and because you have to go to Mexico to do a bunch of missions. That transition where you're just riding the horse and it zooms out and the music is playing, gorgeous. That fucking gorgeous. That is so good.
You want to know what the only memorable thing for me for Red Dead Redemption 1 was?
Okay, I swear to God, if you just say the end, tight.
The zombie
mode. Yeah, I actually never played that DLC.
I played it for like 20 minutes and it was the funniest thing I've ever done ever.
Yeah?
Because, super quick, I went over to my brother's and my brother was like, hey, the zombie DLC came out for Red Dead 1. And I was like, yeah. Cool. Let's play it.
Mm-hmm.
I played it. My brother went to the bathroom and I started playing it. And John Marston, he walks into the town and the town is deserted. And then zombies start coming out of nowhere. And John Marston's like, "Oh, what the hell?"
I feel like that DLC is just meant to not be taken seriously, and
It's
so funny.
not. It's so funny. All right, Dota 2. I know how both of us feel about Dota 2.
I don't think it's horrible, but I don't think it's anywhere past decent. I think it's for what it is, it's decent. I will I for what I played it, I did kind of have fun with it. That game
Yeah.
is a if you've never played a MOBA in your life, it is a nightmare to learn. And unless you're playing with people super experienced, it's very difficult to pick up and learn.
Yeah, very much so.
The community is fucking toxic, and everything I saw, I saw an ability, I'm like, oh, someone used their ultimate. No, that's just a Q. What?
Yeah. Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, okay. Do I want to be biased or do I want to be legit?
Be legit. This is your bias, so whatever you feel.
My bias would okay, actually, no. I was gonna say, oh, my bias would say it's a masterpiece. I do not think this game is the slightest. I do, however, think that this game is great.
Okay.
I think that as a Fire Emblem game, it's very accessible for new players. I think the story is very good, depending on which one you start with. Because, potential spoiler alert, Golden Deer's story is kind of a nothing sandwich with a lot of other somethings sprinkled in it. The other two stories are a lot of somethings.
I still have to finish it.
I think if you play the game, it's very good. The way that I played it the first time, there's a whole rewind mechanic where if something happens or if you fuck up, you could just rewind the whole turn like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't use that. If a character died, they're fucking dead. And it felt like Boomer Fire Emblem, and it was kind of hard, and it made it a lot more emotional.
That's fair.
That and the story was really good. Plus, I don't know. I also feel like Fire Emblem was kind of just turned into waifu husbando bait over the years.
I think starting with Three Houses, it started to turn into that.
No, it's definitely did it before that. Awakening did.
Awakening,
I believe, is the one with either Robin or Cole. It's one of those. One of the 3DS ones.
Oh, the one with that has the main character in Smash Bros.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a character in there called Camilla, and she's definitely just a nothing character it's just Omega Booba.
All right. Halo Reach.
Amazing. This game is amazing. Bro.
It was amazing.
Abbyel, now I have a question for you.
Mm.
Do you remember the moment when everybody on the internet was talking about Halo Reach before the game came out, and then when the game came out, how excited you were?
I was very excited.
I fucking remember. I remember the fucking Ego Raptor cartoon I would watch over and over again. I remember in Halo ODST, there was a fucking beta code for Halo Reach, and I would spend that entire fucking weekend whenever I could, because our Xbox was hooked up to the living room TV, playing fucking the Halo Reach beta, fucking really wanting to be the elites and the fucking domination mode because the elites are so fucking badass. And then I fucking play the story and my heart shatters because I know damn well what's gonna fucking happen. Also, the fucking multiplayer is so fun. Even to this day, Halo Reach is my favorite.
Was really fun. I agree.
Also, I'm gonna throw this out there. Maybe unpopular opinion, Halo 4's multiplayer is actually really sick. Changed my mind.
No, I think I agree with that.
All right.
The multiplayer is pretty good. Sonic Mania.
Okay, so what people don't actually know is I did play a little bit of this on off stream, but I've never played it on stream. I actually want to play it through it on stream. I actually think Sonic Mania is actually I'm gonna throw it in amazing, I'll be real. Sonic Mania was that game where they haven't done a 2D Sonic game in forever, and then all of a sudden a 2D Sonic game comes out, and bada boom, it's fucking great. The music's great, the animations are great, the fucking levels are awesome. But of course, I got fucking peanut brain and fucking horrible, like, oh, I gotta do something else. But so I didn't get to complete it, which is why I'm trying to do a lot of my backlog games. But Sonic Mania, really fucking good. That game is fucking pretty, dude.
I need to play it. I need to play it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go through like all the Sonic games, like starting from classic, like old school Sonic, all the way to like current.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of them that I never went through.
I already see in the tier list a blank spot of where I'm just gonna say I haven't played it, haven't played it, haven't played it, haven't played it.
All right, A Hat in Time.
Haven't played it.
Okay. Arkham City.
It's Arkham City?
Yes, Batman Arkham City.
I've only played Arkham Asylum.
Alright. There we go. Tossing it in there. I don't know what the fuck Jungle Party is.
Put it under I haven't heard of it. Is there a haven't heard of it tier?
No.
It's fun.
Modern Warfare 3.
The last Call of Duty I played was actually not true. I haven't played it.
Crash Racing.
Yeah, Crash Team Racing. I actually think Crash Team Racing is really fun. I'm dog shit at it because I'm dog shit at every fucking racing team except for Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing. Fucking come at me on that. I think honestly it's just where did I rate this? Probably rate this under good. Honestly, I really do think that the game is actually just good as a whole. I really don't have much else to say than that because I haven't really put a lot of time into CTR, I'll be honest.
Alright. Mass Effect 2.
I haven't played any of the Mass Effect games. Actually, that's not true. I haven't played Mass Effect 2. But I have played a little bit of Mass Effect 3's multiplayer because my friend actually gave me a copy and we played the multiplayer. But I was like, oh, I'll play the first two before I play the story. And I still haven't played the first two.
Fair. Final Fantasy 7.
Okay, so
classic, the old school one.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of it, so I guess I can form an opinion here. But I've only played a little bit of it. Final Fantasy VII, I think that game is very old. I'll say it. Like a lot of the platforming you do, a lot of it like blends into the background. So you have to figure out where you got to go. But so let's not even think about that. Gameplay wise, it's just a traditional RPG. Story wise is where I think a lot of people are fans of it. And honestly, based off of that, even from where I just played, I think that I'm pretty sure if I beat it, I would probably agree with a lot of people who say, "Oh, it's a masterpiece," but I haven't got that far, so we're not going to get that. Sorry to break a lot of people's hearts. I think honestly, it's just probably very good. Honestly, I'll say it's very good. I do want to play through it in its entirety so that way I can have a more popular or proper opinion. But as far as actually playing through it, like playing it from what I did, I think I only put like 20 hours into it, so I didn't make as much progress. I remember enjoying it. I think there's a lot of really good moments, a lot of funny moments, a lot of cool characters. I think Barrett's a motherfucking badass, dude, honestly. We need some cool black guy representation, and Barrett's right there.
True.
But yeah, I hopefully this year I'll play it.
Up next is Watch Dogs, the first one.
Did I play Watch Dogs?
I remember you playing Watch Dogs, not on stream though.
No, I played Sleeping Dogs. I didn't play Watch Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs, yeah.
I didn't play Watch Dogs, no.
Okay. Uncharted 3.
Haven't played a single Uncharted game.
Oh, that's right. What is that? Metal Gear Rising.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Rules of Nature. God, I fucking love this game. I need to play this on stream, dude. This game is fucking awesome.
Such a meme of a game.
It's a meme of a game. The game itself is fucking awesome, and I could be here forever talking about it. There's a parry mechanic where literally the way that you parry is you have to strike at them. But if someone's attacking you like towards you and you swing like this way, you're not gonna parry. You have to clash at them, and that is how you parry. The mechanics in this are great. Your fucking movements are so fucking cool. When you cut up an enemy, you can either cut them halfway or fucking 500 ways. It is so cool, dude. And I remember fucking reading things on the development of this game. All they did when they originally talked about this game is they fucking had they showed Ryan fucking cutting up a watermelon, and it was like, oh, there's this cool fucking cut mechanic. You could just cut up a watermelon. No, you could cut up whole ass fucking people and whole ass fucking Metal Gears, dude. It's so cool. This game is great. This game is great. I'll say it's great because as an action game, this game is hard as shit to master.
Damn, I keep yawning.
Sleepy boy.
I'm not even tired.
You're sleepy
It's a
boy.
weird thing.
Well, bedtime.
All right, Bloodborne.
Bloodborne? So Ryan actually got me to try this. If Ryan didn't get me
Yeah.
to try this, I would have said I haven't played this. But I actually am kind of glad he got me to try this. I have not beat it. I actually got really, really, really stuck at a part. That's kind of the name of the game, though.
Yeah.
It kind of got skill issued. However, I honestly think a lot of people think that this game is like a masterpiece. I'm gonna put it under. I am gonna put it under. It's horrible. It fucking sucks. No, I'm kidding. I actually think that it's fuck. I'm actually teetering between amazing and great. I'm gonna explain myself and then I'll give you my final answer.
Okay.
So I don't play Souls games a lot. I don't really care for the genre. I think that it's even though I don't care for the genre, I respect for what it did for the gaming industry like as a whole, and I respect that about its impact. Right, the genre is really cool. Bloodborne as a whole has a really cool atmosphere. It feels like you're in like the Black Plague. And everybody's fucking diseased, and now they're trying to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
The boss fights are really cool. It's the vibe of it's really sick, and honestly, it's awesome. And I see why people fucking love this game to death. I do want to go back to it. I've thought about I only played the game on Discord while having Ryan and a few other people watching me, but I haven't like streamed it, and I think I'm okay with that because I don't want some fucking Bloodborne sweat to be like, why are you using this and this and that? Because I want to fucking have fun with the game, and I think that's fine. I'm gonna put it under amazing. I actually think it's a really good game.
Okay.
The whole even having you managing your resources, because you can't just your gun is more like a parry tool, which is sick as fuck. Your the fact that you could transform your weapons is like the coolest mechanic I've seen in any fucking game ever. As an action game mechanic, it's sick as fuck. You look cool. I don't know. It looks aesthetically pleasing. Combat's really satisfying, and when you fucking master something, you feel like a god.
I want to give the game a shot. I haven't played it, but it hasn't come out for PC. And I don't have a PlayStation, so
it's PlayStation locked. It's unfortunate.
Phantom Pain, Metal Gear
5, huh? I'll also say I've not played a Metal Gear game.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I know. I know that's why I was asking what systems Metal Gear's on. I know Metal Gear 1 is on PlayStation and GameCube, although people say the GameCube version is not as great.
It's not.
2, I think is that only on PlayStation 2? I think it might be. I can look it up.
Which one was 2? Metal Gear Solid Snake? No.
That's 1. Gear.
Yeah,
2.
That's 1. I have the double disc edition of Metal Gear Solid Snake for the PlayStation 1.
No, not Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. That's the NES one, I think. I typed Metal Gear 2. Whoops, Metal Gear Solid 2. Guns or Sons of Liberty.
Oh, okay.
That is on PlayStation 2, Xbox 360. Okay, so I'll have to play it legitimately, or find a way. And then I know everybody knows 3. Everybody knows that fucking intro in Metal Gear Solid 3. So maybe throughout the years I'll give it a shot, but I'm not gonna try it yet.
Lego Star Wars 2.
Would you believe me if I said I haven't played this one? No, I'm kidding.
I haven't played it.
I actually have played My childhood was Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. I played it on
Actually,
console. I played it on. I played it. Oh wait, this is a complete trilogy, huh? That's the same thing. I played it on console. I played it on Game Boy Advance. I played it on fucking a lot of shit. By the way, unpopular opinion: the Game Boy Advance version of Lego Star Wars is actually a sleeper, but nobody talks about it. It's actually not that bad. Um, However, I think it's probably no more than good, and maybe that's because my tastes in like Lego games have kind of diluted because I'm almost 30. And it's kind of fun to play every now and again, but I'm not going to spend like hours and hours on end being like, yeah, Lego! Except for
yeah,
Lego
fair.
Indiana Jones. I love Lego Indiana Jones.
That's fair. I did love Indiana Jones. Uh, Shadow of the Colossus.
That's a beautiful game. I have not played
It
it.
is. Oh man, yeah, you need to play it. XCOM 2.
I have not played any XCOM games.
I really want to play it. Actually, I own some of the XCOM games. I just haven't gotten to playing them because they're an RTS game, and
Mhm.
if I don't sit and play that RTS game and play nothing else, I'm gonna forget how to play the game.
Is it classified as RTS? Or is it more like a strategy game?
It's
It's like a tactics style game.
yeah, it's played like Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
Or not
that's
Fire Emblem.
kind of, yeah. It's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Or Phantom Brave.
You know, damn Abbyel, you really chose all these games that I know like half of, huh? You could have chose like a fucking like a boomer game fucking list, dude. Yeah, they really choose the ones.
It's just an amalgamation of random games.
Bro, you chose one that has FIFA in it. You think I've been playing FIFA?
Well, I have to fit everybody's likenesses in here.
Bro, you could have fucking put like fucking you could put like fucking what is like some GBA games in here, some obscure ones. Nah, you put fucking Watch Dogs 2. You put fucking Need for Speed. I haven't played a Need for Speed game in fucking years, dude.
That's why it's on there. Up next is Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed.
Brotherhood. I could not remember the plot for Brotherhood. I remember 2 and Revelations a lot more than Brotherhood. Brotherhood is literally the in between. Um,
If you remember nothing about it, it's completely fine to put it in have not tried because
yeah,
it might as well just count.
yeah, because I want to. I think I want to play that again. Revelations, I think, is a really good end to the game. Assassin's Creed 2, I think, is a very good beginning to the Ezio trilogy. But I do not know the
Yeah.
middle at all.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
GTA 4. So people think that this game is actually super, super good. I actually only remember little bits and pieces of it because it was one of the ones I spent the least amount of time on.
Mm.
That was kind of in that weird in between where I was a little lad and I played GTA 3 and 4 or 3 and Vice City. 4 came out and I really didn't have the courage to exactly tell my mom, "Hey, I want to get a Grand Theft Auto game." And then the next Grand Theft
Fair.
Auto game that came out was 5, and it took me like actually 10 years to play that. So,
Fair.
but what I do remember of it is I remember it being good. Honestly, yeah, good's fine. That's all I can really say.
Okay.
Is that MGS3?
I believe Metal Gear Solid 3.
I hate to put that and have not tried because honestly, I think that game is very good. I've seen people play through it so much, and the story of it's so fucking phenomenal.
I mean, you
But
put Rising in great, so
yeah, but I played Rising.
oh, okay. All right. We can stick it in have not tried. Is that on your list? You can add it on your list.
I have a lot of Metal Gear on my list. I even have Rising with
uh
Vengeance on there, but I just want to stream it.
Fair. Uh this next game is really ooh, near and dear to my heart. Cuz it was my first Assassin's Creed game. Black Flag.
Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave. Bro, do you know how long I've just decided to sail in the ocean,
Dude,
just enjoying sea shanties and fucking blowing up shit, dude?
there was one point of the game where I knew it felt like I was getting close to the end, and I was just like, no, I want to sail. And I just sailed for like 4 hours, just sailing around, listening to sea shanties.
Honestly, Abigail, I'm about to hit with a hot take.
Uh huh.
Aside from Assassin's Creed 2, I think this one's a masterpiece. This one's
I agree.
this one's a fucking amazing. I think the character is really good. I think the crew that you get that you fucking meet is fucking awesome. I think I want to replay it, and I think literally you getting lost in the fucking ocean, fucking telling you like literally having a command to just like fucking do a sea shanty is literally the
Yeah.
best fucking thing. And
One
then
of my no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then from there it just fucking
Yeah. I really liked that it was one of the few Assassin's Creed games where you weren't already part of the assassins.
Mhm.
Like you weren't already part of that whole clan, just like
Yeah.
Valhalla, um Black Flag, Valhalla, and what was the other one?
Uh, was Odyssey? Well, honestly, you weren't really an assassin though, from what I remember.
Yeah, you were just a dude.
You were just a dude, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like Assassin's Creed games nowadays, you're just a dude, and that's not an assassin. Like that's not really Assassin's Creed. You could just name it, fucking Odysseus's Adventures. Now, why do you have to call it? Why do you have to call it Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Fair.
Like,
All right. Smite,
Smite.
the MOBA.
Smite is one of those games where I really, really just want to get back into it, but it's so fucking hard to get back into it. I honestly think that this game is great. Very, very much it's great. In fact, aside from Heroes of the Storm, it's one of my favorite MOBAs.
I missed Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm is a very good MOBA. But the thing with Smite is if you try to get into that game any kind of competitive, if you're not playing that game extremely casual, that game is hard as shit to play. You have if you're jungler, you need to be perfect on your jungle rotations. If you're playing in lane, you need to make sure you last hit fucking everything or you don't get gold. And if your opponent's last hitting everything and you're fucking barely last hitting shit, you're not getting golden experience. And you're guess what? In 2 minutes, your opponent's out leveled you by 2 levels, and you're like, how the fuck do I win? That game is hard as shit, but it can be fun. It can be very much fun. It's hard, and maybe I'm just bad. Not even maybe. I know I'm bad, but honestly, there was a point in the game where I played that shit a bunch casually, and I just did nothing but play arena and joust and spent my money on Cupid skins because I think Cupid's awesome.
Remember, every time we talk about Smite, I always bring this up. Remember when I accidentally bought the God pack, all God pack?
Yeah, when you accidentally misclicked and bought the fucking God pack.
Yeah, yeah. It was on Xbox, and we were playing Smite, and I had pulled up like to see how much the price for something was, but Xbox had it set up to where you look at it and it tells you the price at the very bottom, and I didn't notice that, so I clicked A and it said purchased, and I was like, "Whoa, what?" I spent like $60 on that.
Actually, I think the God pack was like $20 if anything.
Was it? I remember spending way more on that pack.
Then maybe you got like a God pack plus something. I don't know.
Well, it was the God pack that let you get all gods plus every god that came out.
Yeah, that was just
Like,
the
in the
20.
future.
That was just like the $20 one.
Oh, well then I must have spent $20 on it. Either way, I spent money I didn't want to spend
That's fair.
for a game that I don't touch anymore.
At least you have when you come back.
See, that's the thing. When I play Smite on the PC, even though I transferred my Xbox stuff over, I don't get the gods anymore.
Maybe there's something. Maybe it's something you did wrong. Maybe it's because
Maybe, I
you're ugly.
don't know. Let's see, Doom.
This is on
This
my back.
is the it's not the OG Pixel Doom, it's
Yeah,
the
this is the
remake
newer
of the
one.
OG. Yeah.
This is another one on my backlog list. I very much want to play this. I have not played it.
Okay.
That game is fucking
Borderlands
cool
2.
as shit.
It is cool as
Uh,
shit.
Borderlands 2. I don't have a lot of experience with this one, but I did play it. Um, I think it's decent. Like, I think maybe I definitely didn't play Borderlands 3. No, Borderlands 3 was the one I thought was kind of mid. Borderlands 2 I thought was fun. I think Borderlands 2 is good. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I think Borderlands 2 was about the point. Like, I remember when Borderlands 3 came out, I was kind of over Borderlands at that point. Like, the humor, like, the humor was the same. Like, there was nothing wrong with the game. I'm just like, this isn't for me anymore. But Borderlands 2 was definitely was definitely super fun. Borderlands 1 I had a blast with. I still think of fucking Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Cage the Elephant.
Yeah.
Like, rent free. But, Borderlands 2 was really good. I still have never beat Borderlands 2. Whoops. But I feel like it's just those games are long. Like it
is long.
It's taking me forever to even beat Persona. Like fuck, how you think I can fucking beat a game like Borderlands? Forget about it.
Fair enough. Final Fantasy 15.
This is the one that I've started, but I know I didn't finish. Okay.
Same.
All right, so I don't know what anybody's opinions on this game are, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to break some hearts because a lot of my community has either seen, played, or likes Final Fantasy 15. I think it's mid. I think it's just decent. For an action game, it's fun. You can do a lot of cheesy stuff. You can be level 16 and fight level 30 enemies and get a shit ton of experience. Yeah. But like it just kind of feels like a slog, honestly. Like the characters are likable, the combat's fun, but the story is kind of whatever. Like it's not one of those ones where I'll go like I'll play it and I'm like, if you want to try Final Fantasy 15, try it. I ain't gonna stop you. You're either gonna like it or you're not. But I think I'll go back and try it again eventually. But I also think it's pretty mid so far. I feel like I spent 30 hours and I couldn't tell you what the fuck happened in 30 hours.
I played it and I got up to the point where there was the time skip.
Oh, see, I didn't get that far.
Oh
no, I kind of did. Or after, I feel like I got there shortly after knowing about like what after the crew finds out what happens with the king and you're starting to look for the weapons. But then after finding the first couple of weapons, I didn't really get that much farther.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, I played it. I enjoyed what I played, but here's I'll say this super quick. My gripe was with the game was it didn't feel like you had to fight anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like it didn't feel like you had to level up because every time you go up against something, you can just run around, dodge shit, and then when you're ready, you can attack it, and then you can run around and dodge shit. You can just do that over and over again until you beat it.
Yeah,
and like at the part of the game where I was at recently, the last time I played it, like if you didn't go and farm, you were screwed because at the part of the game where I'm at, everything just basically one shots you. Mm-hmm. And if a game makes you feel like you don't need to farm, you're not going to.
Yeah,
that was my gripe with the game.
That's fair. And I felt like my way of grinding was a bunch of side quests. And if a game pads itself too much with side quests, it kind of becomes redundant, I guess.
Yeah. It had a lot of side quests.
And I don't mind side stuff for the sake of allowing you to, like, see more of the game. Because, like, there was a side quest where you learned that you could do fishing. And I fucking think fishing in games are cool. Second Best Fishing is an awesome game. That is my advertisement for the day. But, like, doing, like most of the missions were like, oh, there's a hunting mission. Go get it. And I'm like, okay, go get it. Cool. Now you did it. But I'm like the gameplay loop is kind of fun. The story is kind of whatever, though. That's
Yeah.
where my thing is. And I'm saying that in comparison to so many other Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy IV is probably one of my favorite Final Fantasy. That's very good. Final Fantasy VI, I still need to go back and beat that. That story, the chunk that I played, phenomenal. Final Fantasy One, very bare bones, but even that was still very good.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm trying to think of other Final Fantasy games. We would go back to Final Fantasy VII. The bit that I played of Final Fantasy VII, very, 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 very good. But like Final Fantasy 15, I couldn't tell you what happened. Fucking, Prince goes out, gets a car, fucking explores, finds out, spoiler alert, that his dad's fucking dead, and then has to go get weapons. Like, I couldn't tell you what happens anywhere in the middle of that.
One thing that I did like about that game was the cooking.
I do indeed like what is it, Ignis? The guy where he's like, I found a new recipe. That was very good. I like that.
I found a new recipe.
Yeah. But I want to go back and play it because I haven't beat it.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of bracing myself because I need to play just that. At the time, I was also playing Persona. And I was like, oh, I want to play Persona instead of just Final Fantasy. So that was my opinion on that.
All right. All right. Up next, Watch Dogs 2. I believe you said you haven't played Watch Dogs.
Correct.
All right. Dark Souls 3.
I have not played Dark Souls 3. I have indeed played Dark Souls 1.
Okay. Well, that's the next one.
Yep. So actually, oh no, I lied. No, I didn't lie about Dark Souls. I lied earlier when I said Bloodborne was my first Souls game. No, Dark Souls 1, when it was free for Xbox One users, was my first Souls game. You can tell that was one of the first Souls games next to Demon Souls.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think the game is pretty fun. Like, it's got a little bit of age. The mechanics are kind of old, but I think the game is kind of fun, honestly.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I say I don't like Souls games, and I call all the Soul games, pretty fun. But it doesn't exactly make me go and want to play the sequels. But I see why people fucking love it. I'm going to put it simply under... good. Very good. It's not as good as Bloodborne. It's not as good as not as good as everything after it. But as far as like the stepping stone of all the other Souls games, pretty fun. I would absolutely prefer to play the sequels though.
Fair enough. Next up, Shadow of War. That's the Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah, the Mordor game.
Yeah.
I have not played that game, but I really want to.
I played a little bit of it. What I did play of it is really good. But I noticed it's a sequel.
It's
Shadow of Mordor.
I do know
Shadow of Mordor and then Shadow of War.
I do know that there was two of them. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
See, I couldn't tell. It was on sale for like $5, and I was like, I've always wanted to play this game, so I grabbed it, and I realized it was actually the sequel, and I was like, what?
Did you look it up?
No,
that's your
because it looked like the same game, so I was like, oh, I'll just buy it, whatever.
Man said I just bought it, didn't look up anything on it though.
Up next, Need for Speed, the OG, the first one.
Is it? This looks newer. Are you sure this is the OG one?
Yeah, it just says Need for Speed. Yeah, it's just Need for Speed.
No, I've played Need for Speed. I don't remember though. I haven't played a Need for Speed. Bro, you know what my go-to racing game was? Midnight Club LA, dude. Midnight Club Los Angeles.
Midnight Club was the game that really made me like Vaporwave.
Honestly, I feel like I'm just going to put this in the same tier that I put all general racing games, and I'm going to put that as good. I feel like if there's a racing game that I put above anything, it'll be higher for a reason, or lesser for a reason. Which are Burnout and Midnight Club LA. By the way, if Midnight Club LA is somehow on this list, it's a masterpiece.
My very first like Need for Speed or Burnout style game was actually Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise was my very first one.
Okay.
My dad was like, "Here you go, destroy the cars."
Before we continue, I'm surprised I haven't found a game that's just blatantly bad, really bad, or horrible.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah, you say that as you're eyeballing League, but my answer to that might actually surprise you.
Well, we'll see. Uh, Mario Odyssey.
It is on my Switch. I have not played it.
I played it. I may have actually played the whole thing. It's not bad.
I think the game honestly looks very good. The mobility looks very good. I really want to play it.
Uh, Devil May Cry
Oh,
5?
that is 5, yes.
Some of these texts are super small.
Abbyel, I want you to guess on what my opinion on this game is.
Masterpiece.
It is not a masterpiece, but it's very close. Actually, no, I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I think it's very close. I think it's very much amazing. I have spent so much time just doing Bloody Palace. I think the story is nothing, but I think the combat in itself, actually, okay, the story's not nothing, but the story is very kind of whatever. I'm not gonna spoil it for people that actually care, but um, stop fucking making goo goo eyes in my chat. Devil May Cry 5 is honestly one of my favorites. Gameplay wise, it's so fun just figuring out. Like I've played that game for like played that game so many times, and every single one of the times that I play that game, I feel like I just learned something new. Like I spent like 100 and something hours into that game, and I finally fucking mastered doing like Virgil's fucking rapid slash 4 times or fucking judgment cut. Fucking 4 times. Are you good? I see what you're doing in my chat. God.
For those of you that don't know, we stream this live on Twitch on our respective channels. So if
Yep.
you want to join us live and join the conversation, links to our Twitch channels are down below in the description.
Yes, I stream at twitch.tv/5uber. Abbyel streams at twitch.tv/Abbyel. But yeah, like with Virgil, I feel like I'm learning new things. There was a fucking moment in time where I didn't know Virgil has a block, but in order to block, you have to max out. You have to make sure your concentration level is concentration level 2. If it's less than that, you're gonna take a hit for free. You also have to make sure you're not moving when that's high. With Nero, you get like different moves depending on if you charge up your sword. Also, the sword fucking revs up like a motorcycle. By the way, coolest fucking sword ever. Fucking the fact that you can.
That's 5, right?
That is 5, yes.
Yeah, I think that's the first. I think I told you what my opinion on it was.
No, you were talking about Devil May Cry 4. Devil May Cry 4 is the first one that Nero came up in, but you're talking about Devil May Cry 4 because you were like you didn't enjoy it because your brother,
Yeah.
Your brother like every time was like, oh, this is my Xbox, and you didn't exactly, and for some reason like your save kept getting deleted or something like that.
Yeah, it kept getting like switched out for
Yeah,
one of his saves. He kept saving over my file.
yeah. So, I think what made me really enjoy it as well is I played a lot of Devil May Cry 4 before I played Devil May Cry 5. But there's so much. There's 4 characters you play as. Dante's cool, V's cool, Virgil's cool, Nero's cool. I can go on this all day, but we've got like more games to cover.
We actually, oh
Oh
yeah,
my god, Abbyel, we can't do this entire list today.
we got this.
No, we cannot. We are an hour into our podcast already.
Soul Calibur 4.
Mm-mm. It's 6.
VI. Oh, I thought it said IV. 6. Soul Calibur 6.
6, I think, is honestly just. I think the community is awesome. I think the game itself is just decent. I think it's honestly maybe aside from Soul Calibur 4, maybe one of the weaker Soul Calibur games. The mechanics and stuff are really cool, but for my opinion on it, I don't know. I just feel it's kind of one of the weaker ones.
I'm gonna jump around here and pick out the ones that I know you haven't played. I know.
Or just don't choose them. Just don't choose the ones that I haven't played.
That's fair. Okay. Assassin's Creed
I
Odyssey.
haven't played Odyssey.
Mortal Kombat 11.
That is 11, yes. 11, MK11. Very fun game. I actually think that game is also. I guess the Soul Calibur 6 one's a little biased, by the way. Mortal Kombat 11, I feel like is a very fun game. I remember people. I remember playing the game on beta, and I thought that game was slow as shit. And then they actually released it, and they made it way faster. Honestly, I think the game is good, and I'm gonna say it would have been great if the fucking community was not cringe and shit. But as far as like a fighting game, that game is actually super good. Like that game rewards. So as a fighting gamer, I'll explain a little semi decently. The game rewards spacing and footsies, and it rewards you decently well for playing well, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't play like a fucking toddler and get away with it. It rewards you for playing well.
That's fair.
I have not played this Call of Duty, by the way, before you say it. I have not played the new Modern Warfare.
Oh, the only Call of Duty game that I played was, I think, Call of Duty 2 because it's zombies. Or Black Ops Zombies.
Okay.
And Advanced Warfare. Those are the only two.
My first Call of Duty was actually the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and that was really fun.
Have you played OG Doom?
I don't think I actually have played OG Doom.
I know
the music to death, but I have not played it.
Half-Life 2, I believe that is. League of Legends.
I have never played this game a day in my life.
That's a fucking lie!
Oh my god. You know, I saw Adpar play this game yesterday, and I went into his chat at 5 in the morning and saying, why the fuck are you playing League of Legends?
At 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I was awake at 5 in the morning, by the way. Anyway, okay, Abbyel, where do you think I'm going to place this, by the way?
I think you're going to place this as very good.
I am not placing this.
What are you placing it as?
The fact that you thought I was placing this at very good really questions our friendship.
There's a reason though.
Okay, what made you think I was going to put this at very good?
Because without the toxic community, it's a good game.
Yes, but a lot can be said about Dota 2 as well, and Pokemon Unite, to be fair.
That's fair.
Okay, so yes, let's get the community out of the way aside. Character designs are fucking awesome. The lore for the game is fucking awesome. The game itself is a little weird to try to get into. It kind of falls into that same like loop or like lump more so that Dota has, where the game is filled with so many. I guess I'm kind of cheating my own sentence early, where I said community aside. Where it's filled with so many people that are experienced. You can be brand new and you're probably thrown in Smurf queue already. You have to try to figure out what your character does, what their abilities do, what is ability power, attack damage, stuff like that. What you have to do to make sure you're out of tower range. And then on top of that, you have to figure out like what items are good for your character, because you're not going to build a fucking Sheen on Lux because Sheen works with physical champions and Lux is a fucking mage. So like there's small shit like that, right? You're not going to know
very big learning curve.
Yeah, there's a decently big learning curve at least. The game is good as far as telling you which items you should buy. The thing that Smite does as well that I think is really good is it has an option that says auto buy. League of Legends does not have that. It shows you, oh, here's the item, here are the components, figure it out. It doesn't tell you which components you should buy. It just says, here's the full item, here's who it's good against. Good luck. You don't. It gives
and for those of you that are listening and play League of Legends. This is coming from two people that have played League of Legends since it came out when we didn't have programs like Blitz.
Yeah, and a lot
you had to figure that shit out.
And a lot of this stuff, luckily, is in game now. But even I've watched newer players play this game, and Adpar is also a newer player. Unfortunately, he got fucking bodied in a 5v5 queue because he's playing
Damn.
support and he's getting bodied by support ADC. He was playing Leona and he was trying to follow what his friend was doing, but they were getting bodied. Because guess what? Renata's insane and fucking shit. Do you remember the fucking champion that throws spears?
Sparta-Man?
No, not Pantheon. The ADC lady.
Oh, the chick that turns into a panther, a collie.
No, not that's
Not
first
a
off, it's
collie.
not a collie, and no, I'm not
Not a
talking about.
collie.
I'm not talking about Nidalee. Anyway,
Who throws spears?
there's a fucking chick that looks like she's a ghost.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll actually Google it while I say this, but like it's so difficult.
I know what it is. I know. I can see her in my mind.
I'm gonna Google it before we continue. It is Callista.
What?
Yeah, that's it. Callista. Yeah, they were playing against. So my friend or Adpar, a friend of mine who was watching, they were playing. He was playing Leona. They had a friend who was playing Kaisa. Good lane.
Mm-hmm.
They were going against a Renata Callista. They kept bodying them because he stepped a little too far forward when they were trying to engage. But like, you also have to do that. You have to manage. You have to play your character. You have to manage 4 abilities. You have to manage 2 summoner spells while figuring out which items are good for the lane. And if you die like twice at level 2, guess what? GG, your lane loses. And if your jungler never comes up, you're fucking dead. There's so many things.
Don't
Honestly,
forget that if you're not playing with a friend, you have to also worry about if your teammate's going to help you out or not if you're in bot lane.
exactly. Honestly, no. Put League of Legends in fucking decent. That's where I feel this game is.
Okay.
Because I do think like there's a lot to this game, and honestly, like I'm still telling you, Arcane is one of the best shows ever. But like the gameplay of everything is it's headache inducing, especially if you're a newer player. And I'm not new. It's a headache explaining this all.
Yeah. Overwatch.
Oh god, fuck! You want to talk about headache inducing?
Let's go! You know how I feel about Overwatch!
This game is fucking really bad.
What?
No, this game is fucking really bad. I'm saying it. No, okay, so let me say, Overwatch 1, with the fact that it had 6 players and the most of its meta was Shield, was so boring. And now, okay, now when I play it, it's kind of whatever, but it's just, it's such a whatever game. It's such a whatever game. Even watching it, it's kind of just like a whatever game. I really don't think, like maybe like when it first came out, it was kind of cool. It was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you play it, it's kind of just nothing. Like I don't know. Is it just me? Like, maybe people who play Overwatch can tell me why they enjoy Overwatch. Excuse me, but for me, it feels like a nothing sandwich at this point. Like even going from 1 to 2, the only things that are so different is the fact that Kiriko is in it, and there's a fucking DPS that fucking one shots you, that shoots you like Soldier 76 and Widow combined.
Fair.
I'm glad you put FIFA and have not tried this game.
No, yeah, I think we've talked about it on the first or second podcast. I was so obsessed with Overwatch for an entire year. I almost lost all my friends.
I also, there was a point in my life where I tried to get back into Overwatch 1 and I couldn't do it. I actually tried Overwatch 2 and I genuinely think it's fun. I don't know if I'll be going back to it.
I do too. Overwatch 2 is a lot of fun and I want to get into it, but I know that I'm going to get addicted again.
That being said, that game is mad Kusoge.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know what Kusoge means, it is a Japanese term that means shit game. But it doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy shit games.
All right. I can't tell what this is. Crash.
That is the Crash. I think that is the trilogy. That is the Insane trilogy, I believe.
Yes, it is. Insane trilogy. Yep.
So I don't know if I played the Insane trilogy version of the games, but I definitely have played all 3 of them. So
that counts.
So my consensus can actually be the same. I'm dog shit at platformers. I think this game is very good. This game, the game's, well, the first one at least, is hard as shit. And I do remember. Okay, I lied. I played a little bit of the Insane trilogy. Um, they did not baby this game up. You would think that going from regular to remake that they would make it. Oh, it's a little simpler, so that way anybody can get. No, this game is fucking hard as shit still. How the fuck is this game still hard as shit? Like 20 years later, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a good thing though, because most of these remakes always want to just fucking baby things up, and it's good that they didn't do this one.
Do you remember when they crossed Spyro and Crash Bandicoot?
Yes,
My brother, we had each one. I had the Spyro. No, I had the Crash Bandicoot one, and he had the Spyro one.
You're telling me that did you just really ask me if I remember Spyro Orange and Crash Purple?
They were fun games, man.
So before you ask it, I have not played God of War 3. The only God of War game I played was God of War Chains of Olympus for the PSP.
Is that 3?
That is 3.
I thought that was 2.
That is 3. 3 apparently is a very, very, very good one. I have not
What
played
about DBZ? Which one is it? Fighters?
That is Dragon Ball Fighters, yeah. You want to talk about a game I fucking put 2 years into, and then I automatically... There actually is a moment where it doesn't exist on the internet anymore. I rage quit that game on stream and uninstalled it on stream. That being said...
I bought it because you wanted to play it with me, and then we played for a bit.
I have it on 2 consoles. Oh, I have it on 3. I have it on 2. I have 3 versions of it. I have it on Xbox, PlayStation, and fucking PC. I think the game is decent.
Aside from your rage.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking outside of. I think the game is... Okay, so let me get my negatives out of the way. I think the game is very hand-holdy. I think Super Dash is the fucking most babyest mechanic in any fighting game ever. Why do you have to press one... Why do you... Hold on. Let me find the controller. Why do you have to press... and you dash towards them? Why do you have to do that? Why is that a thing? That is the stupid... No other fighting game does that. Fucking...
Wasn't that a thing in, like, Tenkaichi?
Tenkaichi's not a 2D fighter, Abbyel.
That's right.
Why is it in a 2D fighter? You could just super dash to someone and you're in their face and you can combo off of it. That is the stupidest fucking mechanic. What else? Fucking... The game fucking allows you to spend a meter to get out of unsafe situations. So, like, yeah. Okay. So, let me give a comparison. You know Ryu Shoryuken in Street Fighter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you block that in any situation in Street Fighter, you're gonna get punished for it. Guess what happened? If you were to do that in Dragon Ball Fighters, you can press 2 buttons, vanish, and guess what? You're safe. You can block afterwards.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dumb. This game is for babies. It is so... it rewards you for the stupidest shit. I think this is just a decent game. If there was a fighting game tier list, I could do it. I think this game is decent. It's very fan servicey. No, actually, I think it's good. I think it's good. All the negatives aside, let me go to my positives. And why I tell you to put it in good. This game looks gorgeous. This game is fan servicey to hell. The game, like for example, Vegeta's Final Flash. It's like the art of it, like when you zoom into the face and the angles and stuff like that, is pretty much 1-for-1. Of like the manga panels and how it was supposed to look in the show. Like for example, GT Goku's Spirit Bomb, the whole universe Spirit Bomb, it looks exactly like it did when he threw it down to Omega Shenron. Fucking
make me want to play it again.
The fucking small detail with Beerus's level 3 super and anybody else he'll flick him. On Goku Black and Zamasu, he does the Hakai. It is the small things in that game that are so fucking good. The fucking story is nothing. There is nothing in that story. If you were to ask anybody what's in that story, if you were to ask anybody what their opinion on that story is, you know what they're going to tell you? They're going to tell you what story? There is no story in that game. The story is, there's a bunch of fucking clones of all the characters, and Android 21 is trying to make sure her evil side doesn't come out. It's nothing. It's a nothing sandwich. But the fighting game part of it is, while yes, it's hand-holding and it's kind of rewarding, when you outplay a motherfucker, it's really fucking satisfying. So there's a lot of negatives, but there's just as many positives. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck a next Oh, okay. There's a lot of I've played in between that I haven't played, so we have a good
Okay.
slog.
Far Cry 5.
I have not played Far Cry. I think the only Far Cry one was what was the one where it's like what was the Far Cry one? It was like Blood Dragon or something like that. The one that takes place in like the future.
There's one that takes place in the future?
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Far Cry.
There's one that takes place in the past.
No, it's Blood Dragon. That's the one.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen
I haven't played it.
It's Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Have you seen the art of it?
I have seen the art of it. I haven't played it though.
It's actually it's kind of super short, but it's actually a really really fun slog.
Tetris. Just base ass Tetris.
You really want me to fucking tier list Tetris, huh?
Eh.
Actually, no. I say that, but there are people out there that are like, bro, Tetris is such a cool competitive game. No, I'm not that guy. Tetris is just a fucking game to me. I would prefer Puyo or fucking, what was that one we were playing? No, it wasn't Puyo. What was that one we were playing on Nintendo on Switch?
The one that kicked your ass at back to back?
Yeah, sure. It's not Magical Drop. That's an arcade game.
No. It is a Puyo Pop style.
Yeah, but anyways, basically like that. I would prefer to play Puzzle League, Pokemon Puzzle League. I would prefer to play Puyo. I would prefer to play fucking like the arcade fucking Magical Drop. I prefer to play Puzzle Fighter. It's Deece. It's Deece. It's Tetris. I'll fucking play it if I had nothing else to play.
Fortnite.
This game's fucking horrible.
Battle Pass.
This game's fucking horrible. No, I'm kidding. If you would have asked me like years ago before they added the no build, I would have said it's fucking horrible. But honestly, I think it's good. I don't think it's very good. I sure still don't think
I
it's
have
a
fun
masterpiece.
with it. Nowadays, I have fun with it.
I think for what it is, it's Fortnite. I really don't need to say anything about it. It's Fortnite. It's a meme. It's a good shooter. That's one of those games I can't get salty at. I play the game. I see fucking Kakashi fucking busting down sexual style, and I'm like, okay, this is Fortnite.
I like making Beerus do the worm. It's funny.
See, like you can't say any like. Do you know,
yeah.
I was fucking watching Kippy play fucking Fortnite, and do you know how I hear shot calls in that game? He's like, oh, Beerus. Like I can't take that game seriously. It's so funny.
World of Warcraft.
I have not played World of Warcraft actually.
And you need to come play World of Warcraft with me. It's so much fun. I play Final Fantasy with you. You play World of Warcraft with me.
If I do, okay.
You can play it for free up to level 25.
Okay, I will give it a shot then. Maybe I'll stream it because I can't imagine that game is very intensive.
It's not. My ex played it on like a literal office computer.
Okay, well, I will give it a shot. I'll give it like a one shot at least. Anyways, we have a long ass list if you're committed.
Let's see. Pokemon Emerald.
Before you go to Pokemon Emerald, scroll down. Let's see how much more we have. Abbyel, we've been going for an hour and 20. I don't know if we can do this whole thing. No, you know what we do? We do a part 2 next time. How about that?
Hold on.
Like we can.
There's a couple on here that I for sure wanna ask you about.
Okay.
You haven't played Avengers. I know that for sure. Did you play Ghost of Sushi?
I have not played Ghost of Sushi yet. Oh, I see a few of them that you probably want to ask me about. You sure you don't want to split this into 2 parts this week and next week? Like we could do a few.
I could split it.
Yeah, because there's a lot. We can absolutely fill a second podcast with this.
I can split it. Yeah.
Dimension Neptunia. Okay. Anyway. All right. Anyways, let me stop spoiling myself. You're on Pokemon Emerald.
Okay. Yeah. Pokemon Emerald.
Okay. I like Emerald. I actually remember. I remember when the game was coming out because when I got a Game Boy Advance. Actually, when I got a Game Boy Advance as P, I got Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire because I guess I was cool like that. When Pokemon Emerald was announced, I was so excited. I wanted to know if I could get a demo of the game. I didn't. And when I could get it. So one day when I knew it was released, my mom was fucking cool as fuck, and she still is cool as fuck. And got me Pokemon Emerald. I played that shit like I had no life. I still have no life. I think this game is fucking. Great. I think this game is great.
Fair enough.
It's not. It's one of my favorite gens, and I played the shit out of it.
I'm gonna pick out a few here specifically.
Okay.
Undertale.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Undertale. Oh, Undertale, huh? What the fuck do I think about Undertale?
I mean, with how much you rave about me wanting to finish it, I would think you'd put it up at least in amazing.
I honestly just want you to finish it so that way you can get the experience.
That's fair.
Because you started it, why not finish it?
I will.
Do I think it's amazing? Basically, it comes down to am I basically like half of these fucking Undertale fanboys on Twitter or not?
I mean, just think of it in your own opinion. Like the way I'm gonna be thinking about these is like gameplay, story, and if it pulled me in.
It definitely pulled me in. I will say that it definitely pulled me in a lot. I think the characters are really good. Playing it a second time through was really heartbreaking. Yeah. The music's really good. It's very memorable. I still talk to one of my friends, and we throw fucking a random ass Undertale meme every now and again.
I really need to play Deltarune.
I think you should finish Undertale before you play.
Yeah.
You know what? I am gonna put it at least in. No, I'll put it in amazing, and I think it's only because the story is really good. The music's really good. The characters are very, very memorable. It's not honestly such a memorable game where I think it's just good. It's just good.
Fair enough. Where was that game that I was gonna ask about? I just saw it.
Oh, hey, speaking of Far Cry 3, what is it? Blood Dragon, it's right there.
Is it? I don't see it. Where is it?
Right under The Sims 4.
Where the fuck is Sims 4? Oh, I see it. Okay.
Don't tell me to fucking rate. Don't tell me to fucking rate that right now, because I would not be able to give you a proper answer.
No, I'm gonna ask you about Terraria.
Oh, Terraria, huh?
Because you know how I feel about Terraria.
You know how you feel about Terraria, and you don't know how I feel about Terraria, huh?
Nope.
So in my opinion, just like Minecraft, I have to be in a mood to play this.
Sing.
And I'm also gonna say I feel like I haven't put a lot of time into Terraria.
I can actually tell you.
Even in droves, they're still too weak.
The podcast is definitely going to hear that. Thank you, Kitty, for the raid.
Let's go.
I definitely meant to. I keep forgetting to mute my my alerts. That's okay.
Hey, Miss Jupiter, how you doing?
Fucking Terraria. Okay, so firstly, why don't you tell everybody what you think of Terraria before I continue?
I think Terraria is boring. I personally, if I was doing this tier list, I would put it in really bad.
Okay, I don't think it's really bad. I think...
No, you know what? I'll put it in bad. Because I say that because I have over 100 hours in Terraria.
I honestly, maybe I'm just not as critical. Unless it really fucking gives me a reason to be fucking disgusted at it, I don't really have a reason to think something is bad. I'm gonna put it in decent. It's kind of whatever to me. Only because I only say that because, like I said, it's one of those games where I have to be in a mood for. But yeah. I can't be like, oh, I have to play Terraria. I have to boot up my PC or my Nintendo Switch, and I have to play Terraria right now. It's a whatever game. Like, yeah. I like the creativity that people give it. Like, Actually, no, that's more like Minecraft. That's more artsy. Terraria is more like, oh, I can explore, get materials, and I fight down the boss and stuff like that. But I think it's decent. I don't think it's bad. I think it is what it is, and it has its audience. I unfortunately am not really that audience.
I think it's boring as shit. I only ever play it if my friends want to play it, and if I know for a fact those friends are only playing it as a meme.
Fair
Like,
enough.
if we're just gonna go into a world and just fuck around and toss bombs at each other or whatever, like, cool. That's fun to me. The game itself, I'm the kind of person, I like open world.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people tell me that Terraria is open world. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, not
It's a
really.
side scroller. Like, it's a side scroller and the map has an ending. Like, you get to one end of the map and then you get to one end of the map, and that's your box. You're in a box.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like Minecraft. I like Minecraft because I can keep going. It's procedurally generated. I can just keep going, explore, find new shit. I can build a base somewhere, and once I get tired of that area, I can move somewhere else and start over. Like, I Terraria was fun when I was playing it and I was beating the bosses, but it's not a game that I can come back to and have fun with anymore because I know how shitty it is.
That's
Now,
yeah, that's fair.
there's a space version of it.
I remember that. Remember when you were telling me about that, and my laptop couldn't fucking handle it, and then we played it again a second time, and I kind of played it. That's the same vibe I got with Terraria, where I'm like, okay, this is kind of a decent night. Like, this is neat, but I can't go out of my way to play it.
The space one, I will actually go out of my way to play. Purely because that is technically an open world, because you can hop from planet to planet and each planet is different,
Mm-hmm.
and you can do whatever you want, and there's missions. There's like a base where you can get missions that are like, hey, can you find this for me? You have to hop around planet to planet, find it, like, and you can get pets. There's gunplay. The graphics are a lot better. Like, it's just an overall better game to me. I love that game.
So, question, Abbyel, why do people play Terraria more to this day than that one?
Because Terraria is the one that because the company made both games. Terraria is the one that they shilled more because it was the one that got played a lot more by content creators.
Fair enough. Okay, so
Which is a sad thing to see, but you know,
it is what it is at the end of the day. All right, Abbyel.
people in my chat are like, I hate side scrollers. I'm like, I like side scrollers. I just hate Terraria.
We've been going on for like an hour and an hour 30, so I'm gonna put a little timer for you because you're not the one editing this. You got like two more that you think we can get, and then I think we can continue this next time.
Yeah, two more. I actually know one of them already.
Okay.
Spore.
Okay, you're gonna choose a new one because I've never played Spore.
Come on, man!
I've seen so many people play that. I've seen them make a lot of random ass dick monsters. I've never played Spore.
I'm gonna say this. I own Spore.
Okay.
All right, and all the DLC.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna play it together.
Sure. Okay.
It's gonna be real fun. I will boot it up right now. Okay. A new one.
It can be whatever you want. It's just two random ass ones.
Okay. It's going to be real quick. Have you ever played System Shock 2?
System Shock. I haven't even heard of it. No.
What? Okay. I have that on my Steam. I will send it to you to your Steam. It is so good.
Okay.
The multiplayer, it's a multiplayer horror game, but it doesn't have to be a multiplayer horror game. It's a lot of fun. It's a classic. I'll tell you all about it later. Oh god, I lost it. Where is it? I just looked at it.
I see a lot of good ones here. Holy shit. I see some
all the good ones were at the bottom.
I see a lot of good ones in the middle that I might actually throw in as
Prototype.
Prototype. Holy shit, I haven't played Prototype in years. Okay.
We're gonna do here. I'll tell you both now. That way you can just knock them out.
Honestly, you might want to add a third one because I can give you one for prototype, but it just won't be as exciting.
Prototype. We're gonna do Battlefront 2.
Oh, you chose the good Battlefront 2. Holy shit. Okay.
And where to go? Life is Strange.
Motherfucker, I was really hoping you wouldn't choose that one. Ah, okay.
You know I would.
Prototype, huh? Okay. Prototype. What do I remember about Prototype? I think Prototype, like the concept of it is the coolest fucking thing. Maybe
It really was.
I think the concept of symbiotic characters are cool as shit. I like Venom. I love Venom. I just remember beating the game and then just running rampant around the city.
I loved it.
If you were to tell me what happens in that story, I could not tell you though.
I'd have to play it again myself.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep this game just good. The idea is cool. I like the whole evolving like through upgrades and stuff like that. But I have to play this game again because I don't remember Prototype. I remember it being announced, looking really cool. I remember going to my friend's house to try it for the first time. It was really cool. Renting it from fucking Family Video and trying it out. It was fucking fun. But I couldn't tell you what the fuck happens in that game. To Battlefront 2, huh?
Yeah, Battlefront 2 and Life is Strange.
Battlefront 2, bro, you were a fucking fuck you. You chose one you knew I'd like.
The good one too.
2005 Battlefront 2 is amazing. That's free. So I think 2005 Battlefront 2 has aged really well. You remember when I streamed that and we had those people that came in and they were talking about how they were like in the Battlefront League thingy.
Yeah.
Watching that game competitively is so fun. It's so fun and it's so cool seeing like people just like be all like maneuver around all shifty and stuff like that. But playing that game is so fun. Bro, like just popping off and then all of a sudden you're fucking Anakin Skywalker fucking blasting through droves. Bro, that game is so satisfying. That game, like, okay, I remember playing the newer one, and while it's kind of fun, it doesn't give me that same satisfaction as 2005 BF2, dude. It's way too fun. No, that game 100% is under amazing. Honestly, I almost put it in masterpiece.
Now, Life is Strange.
Do I have to do this one? Really? Okay, fine. Okay, so for anybody who's watching in Abbyel or listening in Abiel's chat, this is one of the very few games that actually made me cry.
Good fucking game.
I went into Life is Strange thinking it was kind of a whatever game, and I ended up playing the final game, not caring about copyright strikes. I did not care about the fact that there was just like gonna be this music in the end. Bro, this game is fucking gorgeous, dude. It's like deep. The story is apparently people thought it was like apparently I was watching you know who Moon is, right? Big streamer.
Yeah.
He knew that one of the big twists at the end of episode 4. I somehow didn't see it coming. So maybe I'm a little pea brain. But also he also thought it was really good too. So that wasn't me trying to be like, oh, he just thought it was shit. But I think the story of it in the end was really good. I'm getting all emotional thinking about the entire fucking game. Honestly, I don't like, okay, those kinds of games I don't really play a lot. I think the other game that I played was The Wolf Among Us, and that one's really good. But it doesn't.
I'm so excited for the second one, man.
Me too.
Oh, let's go.
But like those kind of games, like the Telltale games, The Wolf Among Us, The Walking Dead, the Batman games, Tales of the Borderlands, those are all fucking good games. The Life is Strange one, it feels. I mean, they're like interactive movies. That one fucking hits really hard. I played a little bit of Life is Strange 2. My computer is fucking dying, so I didn't handle it really well. I think Life is Strange 1 is way better. Honestly, I think it's amazing. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think it's very good though. It's very
I can agree with
close.
that.
It tugs at my heartstrings, and not a lot of games do that. Like, if any game
Yeah.
does that, it's purely out of nostalgia. But like Kingdom Hearts almost did that, but it was purely out of nostalgia, being like, yeah, I fucking did it. But like that one legitimately fucking hit me, dude.
Yeah.
It's such a good game. Now fuck it, fuck it. Do you think this is a good ending one, or do you have one more good one? You got me entranced, dude. I don't want
No,
to.
we can stop. We can stop it there.
Okay. Damn, dude. Fucking Life is Strange. I looked at it. I'm like, please don't choose this one. Please don't choose this one. Please don't choose this one.
I saw it and I was like, yes.
Okay. Is there a way that you can save this so that way we can do this next week? Oh,
No.
yes.
Oh wait, I can save. Yeah.
Like I see a
I can just leave it open. I mean, my computer is strong enough to just leave this open.
Okay.
But
So
yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of have not played.
Yeah.
Although a lot of the ones that I see that have not played are just ones I just don't have a genuine interest in. Like
That's fair.
like let me see which ones. Like the Call of Duty ones I don't care for. Watch Dogs I'm not going out of my way for. Far Cry, man. Doom I really
I don't know
want
what
to
the
play.
fuck Jungle Party is.
What the fuck is System Shock?
System Shock 2 is it's a futuristic game. There is a rogue AI. You take a test in the beginning of the game to determine what your character's like good shit is,
Mm-hmm.
like what you're good at. Um, it's a first person 3D-ish kind of game. It's old school, like
Okay.
Half-Life style old school.
Okay.
I'd have to pull up a trailer to be honest. It's hard. I haven't played it in a very long time, but and I never finished it because back then I was a little wuss and it was scary. um, yeah, I would have to pull up a trailer and show it,
Wow.
but it's really good. It's really good.
I see it and I saw the like the icon and it looks familiar, but I've never actually played.
You probably think of it being familiar because I did play it on stream a couple times and it was on my YouTube channel until I unlisted it.
Hmm. Apparently, it has a 10 out of 10 rating.
It's really good. It's really good.
Well, Abby,
Anyway,
how do you feel knowing that you probably created probably the longest episode on our podcast so far?
I'm gonna break the record.
Well, you probably already did. So
Nah, we have that 2 hour long.
no, it has. There's not been one that's 2 hours yet.
There's been one that we recorded for 2 hours, but we slimmed it down.
The only you don't. I don't think you understand Abbyel as the guy who literally edits everything. The only ones that I have the only thing I do when I edit them is I edit the intro, edit the outro. I promise you there has not been one that's 2 hours. There's ones that have been close to 2 hours, but this one is probably very short of 2 hours.
I'm gonna break the record, Michael.
So you fuck it. So you try to do this next week too? Is that what we're getting at?
We can finish it, or I mean, like we could stop it there.
Honestly, I see a lot of games on here that I know for a fact I've played, so we could probably continue. Because I already see No More Heroes, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of these games that like Spore. I can definitely download that. We could just play like just casually.
I'm surprised. I like how you show Spore, and I love your reaction to how you were like, you haven't played Spore. No, I have not.
It's good. Spore, System Shock 2. We definitely have to play Red Dead Redemption. And for sure as well we have to play World of Warcraft.
True.
Those are some games that I really want to like one, see you experience, and there's a couple in there that I want to experience with you because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's end it there before we make this actually 2 hours.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we actually end it?
I'm gonna start streaming again next week. For those of you that don't look at calendars, that is the 1st of February. So
That's my mama's birthday.
1st of February, that's a Wednesday. I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be streaming from 12 Central to 5 Central.
Oh, let's say I thought on Wednesdays that was the
Yeah. I'm gonna be streaming. That's the day that I'm coming back. That's the day that I'm deciding at least to start my schedule.
Okay.
And from then on, I'll just stream anytime I feel like, whenever I get off of work or when I have a day off. So twitch.tv/Abbyel, that's where you can catch me. Link will be down in the description. But yeah, no, I don't have anything else to say. Rate us 5 stars. Comment on our
stuff,
podcast, wherever you see it, on Spotify or whatever.
And another thing, tell me what you think about the fact that I have outplayed 50% of these games, and we'll maybe continue this next week.
Yeah.
Do
that.
Yeah, that's it.
Give us your opinions. Give us your opinions on these games.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Didn't think you were gonna fucking throw in a tier list, bro. I didn't think you were gonna. You were really committed to trying to do this whole thing. That would have been 4 hours.
It was either this tier list or it would have been a tier list of all Pokemon.
Oh, all Pokemon. There's like